Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I am just going to bring you the wrap up for our June Build-A-Page. I thought everyone would like to see all the layouts that we created together, rotating the sketch all together so you can see how different they are. And at the end, I'm going to actually put them into the wedding album. So if it's not something that you want to see, you can stop after layout share. But I just wanted to show you, even though we're using the same sketch, how they're going to be divided up in the album. They're not going to be next to each other, but you will still have the mood and the feel of the wedding, its colors, and how I'm seeing the album moving forward. And hopefully that will help you if you have a similar project. So again, we used this sketch, which was from scrapbook.com. This is a sketch by Laura Whitaker. I just found it on Pinterest. And so what we did was we started out with it as the sketch was designed, with the band and the scale up on the right hand side. And then as we made each layout, we rotated it around so that we had 4 layouts by rotating the sketch. And then for the 5th layout, we just stretched it onto a 2-page. So I know some people are very literal with the sketches. I tend to be when I'm not feeling that I want to think, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to allow what the designer did work for me. It's, the saying, work smarter, not harder. So in this case, Laura went and she did all the hard work of coming up with the idea. I'm just taking what I have in my stash and laying it out how she designed it. But if this isn't your sketch, let's say you don't have a scallop punch or you don't want that element, you tweak the sketches to what inspires you. They're a jumping off point. And again, Laura created the sketch to look like this, but we can rotate it to fit what we have for our photos. So if you have a subject line or subject matter that's looking more towards the inside of your page, well, maybe you want the band on the left. Or if your photos are horizontal, maybe you want it on the bottom or on the top. So again, don't just look at the sketch how that was created. Use it as a jumping off point and an inspiration. So we're going to go ahead and show. So again, this was process video number 1, where we had the band on the right hand side. And as you can see, I did not use the scale up, I used a border strip. So again, using my supplies, making them work for me. I did use a similar paper line throughout, and again, the mood and the feel is going to be, you're going to see the same feel, a lot of the same flower elements, but when you actually look at them, no one's going to know really that I used the same sketch. Now these photos were taken at the church ceremony, so these will go in with the church part of the album. Here is photos from her shower using a different collection. I still think it was Photoplay. It's either Photoplay or Echo Park. And again, same sketch, strip at the bottom using the horizontal photos. You get the feel of the wedding, the shower, the colors, but again, you won't know that these were created from the same sketch. Then we had the ceremony at the farm, again rotating it so now that the band is on the left hand side. And on this one, I turn the scallops to go inward towards the band versus outward, like she has in the sketch. Again, used the photo, the 3 clusters, used the paper to help build up the cluster on this side. Off camera, after I created it, I did add another doily at the bottom. I felt like it needed one more and a bigger oomph to hold this one down. So off camera, I did add this one from when I did the process video. And then the next rotation we did was what we made the other day, and this is putting it at the top. And again, changed it up by fussy cutting out this lace border from a piece of pattern paper. So now we have a bigger feel of the scallop and a smaller band going at the top. Same sketch, same feel, different papers. But again, you're going to get the mood and the feel of the whole album, and no one's going to know, again, that we use the same sketch throughout. And then the last one was to divide it up for the reception, and this is them with the garter. So again, going in sequence, we have where my son is taking the garter off his wife, and the guy's going to catch it, and then a picture of the gentleman who did catch the garter. So happy with how this, and again, just stretching the sketch out, you still have the band on the right hand side, but instead we've pulled it across and made it a 2-page layout, still using the 3 clusters that were in the sketch. So hope that helped. Now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to arrange these so that they go in the album. So her shower would have taken place first, so we'll put that first, and then the wedding into church was second, followed by her dress. Then we have the ceremony at the farm, followed by the reception. So this is how it's going to go into the album. And I'm not going to do a whole album share. I'm just going to put them away. But I thought you could see by flipping through, you'll get a glimpse of how it's going to look in the album. Their colors, they had gray. Her house is gray, so we went with the gray album cover for now. And so here is some of the pages from her shower. This is the same shower. And so I'm just going to go ahead and slide that one into here. I may move things around as we get farther along and more layouts are made. I do not scrapbook in order, so I do shuffle things, but as you can see, we're still getting the same feel with kind of those wood grain colors, burlap. This one just has some more of the gray colors. I had yellow on, so we pulled some yellow in, and then we have just more of like a wedding paper here. This is the second shower that she had, and I'm going to cover up her full information here, but that's the next shower and some of the embellishments from her shower. Then we go on to, here is the actual wedding and ceremony. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this picture to the other page because this is the actual ceremony. So I'm just going to turn this one around. And again, you can see I'm using some of the pinks, a little bit of purple-ish colors in here, a lot of the gray, because again, I'm going based on the colors of her flowers and what's in the church ceremony. These were pictures of, well, we don't want the hair in the album. This is pictures of me and my husband and her mom and dad afterwards with them. And then this is a picture of my son showing off his ring and her bouquet. So that was just a goofy picture. And then here is a picture of their rings, and that was from that ceremony as well. And again, I will probably shuffle these around as I do more of the ceremony and pictures, but it's a start and it's in order. So here is them actually getting married here, and you can see I'm pulling in the blues. So I want her dress to go ahead of that. So I'm thinking it needs to go here, and I'm just going to grab an blank page protector from the back of the album. And all of the pre-wedding things or pre-ceremony things are going to go here. And for now, it's just going to go facing forward. And as we go and I make more layouts, it will probably get moved around. But as you can see, there's enough space between these now that as you're flipping through and you're looking at the layouts, this one here, you're not going to remember by the time you get here I used the same sketch. So then we have them at their ceremony, their first kiss. Here's them with afterwards, some more of the candid shots afterwards. And you can see with his tie, the colors that we're trying to bring in with that kind of the teal blue. They called it ink blue, It's just a very different blue. And then here's the girls' dresses. You can see that ink blue color. And then we have some of the decorations and the things from the barn. And then this is now gonna go, oh, here's them, husband and wife. I need to put this with the ceremony. And this is exchanging of rings. So I'm thinking it needs to go like right in here maybe. So let me bring another blank page forward. Because this is still part of the ceremony. Actually, the kiss comes after the exchange of rings, so we're going to change sides. And I'm going to put the exchanging of rings over here. And then we will put the kiss over here. Like that. So now that makes sense. And we've got pictures of, you know, the bridesmaids coming down the aisle and, you know, us coming down the aisle. So those will all go in here. I just haven't scrapped them yet. So here is her dress beforehand. Now we have during the ceremony, them exchanging rings, them doing the kiss, and then we have the shots after the wedding. And then the shots of the wedding party will go in here. Here is decorations from the reception. And now we can go ahead and put in the garter. And I still have to do like the cake, you know, the first dance with the father and the mom, you know, mom and them and all that stuff. And so I will tweak it as I go along, but this is the start of the album and this is how I create. I don't do it in order. I do it how I feel and what motivates me to scrapbook. But as you can see, I'm trying to stick with more of the lighter wood colors, even though I do have some of the darker wood in. And, but again, this kind of went with the mood and the feel of the inside of the barn. Whereas the outside of the barn is white. I don't know if I have an outside barn picture. This is one of the outbuildings, but you can see the outside is just very light and airy. And so that's kind of the mood and the feel I want to get when I actually go through here. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed this series. I'm hoping that I can go ahead and get in my room and play and actually get July finished before I go back to work next week. It all depends. Today is Thursday. I've got the rest of today and tomorrow my husband's working, but then he's home for the weekend, so we'll see what happens. And even if I can get a start on it. And then next month we have a big project going on, and I'm crossing my fingers that I can get into my room a little bit more for this project. It was my brainchild coming up next month. I'm hoping you all be excited, and hopefully we'll have quite a few people playing along next month for another month-long series. So you guys through the Scrappy Inspiration group should be getting a lot of content and a lot of fun coming out of it. And we'll get some more of the wedding album here and there as well. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed. We will talk to you again real soon on my channel. Bye.